We're right by the Palisades Villages, which is owned by Rick Caruso, Rick Caruso joins us now live on the phone. Rick, thanks so much for being with us. What are you seeing in terms of your property tonight?
Well, hi, Alex. Thanks for covering this so well. Listen, it's a disaster to the 100th degree. It's beyond anything I think any of us could have ever imagined. But my heart goes out, obviously, to the people with their homes, and I'm watching the small businesses around us go up in flames. This is people's livelihoods, so it's devastating. But what is most concerning to me is our first responders and our firefighters who are trying to battle this. There's no water in the Palisades. There's no water coming out of the fire.
We're going to get right into it, but you heard the man. He said there's no water in the fire hydrants. Come on now. What are we doing? Remember 1 year ago in the Maui fires? This is what they said.
The death toll from wildfires on the Hawaiian island of Maui has increased to 99. Search teams are still looking for those who were caught in the flames as hundreds of people remain missing.
For the firefighters on Maui, it's been a grim and gruelling week. They're still tackling new outbreaks sparked from smouldering wreckage and asking why exactly was this disaster so deadly. They're not permitted to speak on camera, but tell me that on Tuesday afternoon, when fires ripped through this island, when they were trying to save lives, their hydrants first ran out of pressure, then dried up entirely.
Might be a coincidence if it happens once, but now we're starting to see a pattern where they're burning people out of their residence and they're turning off the water so they can't even fight the fire. If I wanted to come out with a new plan, like a 15-minute city plan, and I had a bunch of people that have been living in their houses for years and years and years, and they're not going to go along with this plan, well, I got to come up with a different way to do it. And I can't use, brown shirt thug force, because that's going to raise up the people and they're going to get mad and maybe fight back. So what I got to do is I got to make it appear natural. I got to make it appear like people are just getting sick and dying. And I just got to make it appear like these fires are just starting for no reason. And then I can advance my agenda without a lot of blowback. Okay? Just remember that as we go on through this video. And I'm not sure if you know this or not, but in 2014, California actually went to the citizens of the state and they voted for a $7.5 billion, billion dollar fund. They were going to even pay more taxes and everything so they could actually manage and build onto their water containment and water systems. Over 11 years later, and Gavin Newsom has done absolutely nothing with those funds or to advance that project. And a lot of people talk about the underlying dead brush in California, and there's been no forestry services out there clearing the brush, right? And some estimates have been 40 plus years that no one's been out managing the forest. I also found this clip right here of a lady who was talking about the fires, and they actually canceled her parents' homeowner's insurance for fire right before the fires broke out.
They've lived in this house for 75 years, and they've had the same insurance, and these insurance people decided to cancel their fire. And we're going through this, and it just happened, and they have no fire insurance.
Follow a guy on X, N2, so number 2, IN2, Thin Air. Okay? And he loves the radar. He follows radar. He watches radar. He's always on the radar. And he noticed the crazy anomalies happening in Area 51. You can't make this stuff up, but just watch the clip and draw your own conclusions.
All right, everyone, welcome back. This is going to blow your mind. Once again, we are looking at Area 51. As these fires are going on in Southern California, they are laying something over Area 51. It's then being shot by the NexRad radar system. You can see that clear as day right here. It is then expanding and being dropped right over Southern California. And then take a look at what happens to Area 51. This is totally insane. This is not normal, and this is not birds or bugs. I can promise you that. There is something very odd going on with the military or something that's taking place in Area 51 and then being dropped in the sky, which is then carried over by the jet stream or some sort of wind pattern into Southern California. I talked talked about this yesterday when we predicted these wildfires based on a northwest anomaly that we saw, again from the NextRad radar system, which then led to insane wildfires in Ventura County. Now we are seeing more and more of this being dumped over Area 51 and then flows into Southern California. What is going on here? And then look at how the NextRad towers go absolutely berserk. There is no chance that this isn't related, my friends. This is now 2 days in a row we have captured this happening over Area 51 and flowing down into Southern California, exactly where these wildfires are. And I know a lot of people will give us a hard time for talking about this, but how can you not? This is not a coincidence whatsoever, and I'm going to continue digging into this to see exactly how long they continue this for. If you look close enough, you can find stuff like this every day on these satellite charts. Alright, so one final time, let's dissect this right here. We have it dropped over Area 51, a perfect lineup with where the base is, and just like yesterday, as soon as it's laid out, we have the zap coming from the radar, the same one coming from Nevada right here. Then we have the expansion as it moves into Southern California. Just like yesterday, those radars start going off and crazy, and that's when this disco party begins in Nevada. Check this out. This is just unbelievable to see happening and then have no one point this out. Just as the cloud is getting over Southern California where all the wildfires are, we start seeing the NextRad towers from different states crisscrossing right over Area 51. Those are where our scalar beams are happening, and this is just insane to watch. You can see that cloud dissipating over Southern California and the Baja. We'll backtrack. You can see it come back, and it originates right over Area 51, my friends. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please share this video. This one will get attacked for sure, but it's time each and every one of us stand our ground and show people what we believe in. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
And I'm not sure if you know this or not, but there's definitely an agenda, a global agenda, to thin the population. All the elites and all the people that are so smarter than you, they all feel that there's too many people in the world right now, and they're out to definitely thin the herd. Dane Wingington from geoengineering.org laying out how the government has all these capabilities.
Research to determine the feasibility of measuring the flammability characteristics of forests and jungle growth, modifying flammability so that vegetation would readily support combustion, and developing measures to destroy large areas of forest by fire. Forest flammability can be greatly increased by killing all shrub vegetation, selecting optimal weather conditions for burning and igniting fires in pre-selected patterns. Page 3. The program was concerned with basic flammability problems of the major vegetation types of the world, i.e., they wanted to know how to incinerate any forest, anywhere, at any time. Page 6. The effect of heat kill on opening up the forest canopy for aerial observation is practically identical to that achieved by spraying the forest with defoliant chemicals. The leaves fall off, given time, but the twigs and limbs remain. Page 8. Under exceptional circumstances, forest fires may develop into the phenomenon known as a firestorm. This combination results in the development of strong surface winds which act to fan the fire and increase its burning rate. The increased burn rate causes more rapid air entrainment with a consequent further increase in wind speed, which increases burning rate still faster, which increases, etc., until all available fuel has been burned. Wind velocities exceeding 100 miles an hour are often attained during peak firestorm development. June 1970. Yet more insanity from the military-industrial complex. This formally classified U.S. military report provides in-depth detail on the methods the military uses to prepare vast swaths of forests for extremely intense wildfire incinerations. The United States Forest Service provided much of the data for the U.S. military. Question, is that really the job description for the Forest Service, to instruct the U.S. military on how to, quote, set the stage for maximum intensity wildfire incinerations by months-long atmospheric spraying of desiccants and defoliants? Are U.S. citizens and populations around the world now in the same category as the Viet Cong were during the U.S. invasion of Vietnam? Geoengineeringwatch.org has desperately tried to sound the alarm on this exact scenario for a decade and a half. Even more disturbing about this report is the fact that it includes specific data that outlines the best engineered wildfire incineration timing for various regions in the U.S. and other nations that are thought to be U.S. allies. One of the regions in the U.S. that is specifically covered in this report is Mount Shasta, California, my backyard. Top fire agency officials have repeatedly acknowledged the now unprecedented behavior of wildfires.
Every year is worse than the last. Why? All official sources refuse to or are unable to offer any valid explanation for the increasingly catastrophic fires and fire behavior. Why not?
Every single person that I've talked to so far has made the mention that I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. It's burning differently. It's burning more aggressive than it has in years past. And I know we say that every year, but it's unprecedented. It's burning in every direction all at the same time.
Other cities and regions that are rated for their incineration potential in this report include Washington, D.C., Florida, New Mexico, New York, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Minnesota, and in the formerly Golden State of California, Los Angeles, Mount Wilson, Blue Canyon, and, as mentioned a moment ago, in my neck of the woods, Mount Shasta.
That was super interesting, right? Share this video with your friends. Understand, like, your life is going to become very uncomfortable no matter where you are, okay? I hope you guys understand this. Trump is not going to come in and make your life good for you. All right? Please keep yourself prepared. Stay vigilant. Keep your head on a swivel. I would try to stay out of crowds for right now. Make sure you got your preps. You got some food, water. Make sure your shelter's good. And then just get ready to just hunker down, okay? And to just, you know, do the best you can without any extra inputs, all right? And there's probably no coincidence that the movie Homestead is out now, just came out. And it starts off in California, no coincidence there. Produced by Angel Studios, right? Angel Studios. No coincidence there, okay? They're putting everything right in your face. And I just want you guys to be prepared the best that you can be, all right? Because, man, this is really something to watch. We'll see you guys on the next video. Please share this video with your friends so they can wrap their head around how these aren't natural disasters. There's nothing, y'all, there is nothing that you're watching. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, you know, talking about Canada becoming the 51st state, Greenland, none of this stuff. You're not watching anything that is an organic, you know, just happening, okay? This is all scripted, planned, and part of a plan. I'm honestly telling you that, and that's the way I believe it, okay? See you guys on the next one. Share the video, and again, stay in your preps and stay spiritually fit, okay? Because we're fighting physically and spiritually right now, y'all, all right? See you on the next one. Phew.
Everyone wondered how the world broke.
We're under attack.
Deep down, before society collapsed, we were already falling.